This is Joey with Geekadores here at the 2018 Amazing Las Vegas Comic-Con. Joining me right now is Jason from Garage FX. How's it going?
Very good, thank you.
All right, now you can see from all your stuff here, it looks like you're in charge of 3D scanning, 3D printing, 3D modeling. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like to do the techno stuff. I have a lot of fun with the technology. I started out a long time ago doing CAD as an architect, and then just kind of fell into this stuff because it was kind of part of that same venue. So.
All right, and now we've seen a lot of people come here and you scan them in, and you can see one of the models back there on the monitor. So what is the whole process between scanning someone in and getting them printed up?
Yeah, okay, so what we're teaching here again is, because we're part of Garage FX, we try to teach people the least expensive way to get some really cool stuff. And so what we're showing people is that you can use a regular Kinect. It's an Xbox 360 Kinect, the one you dance in front of.
Oh, yeah.
And you take that and you use a free software called Skinect, and you can just literally kind of go around somebody and scan them. It takes hundreds of little pictures, and then it figures out how to knit all that stuff together into one little scan. Once you've got a scan, then all you have to do is you save it as an OBJ file or an STL file, which are the types of files we use to print. You bring that into a program that slices it up into little slices, and then once it's sliced up into those little slices, then it tells, as a G code, it tells the printer exactly how it wants it to print each little layer that it's printing on. So that's pretty much it.
So about how long does the process take between just scanning someone in, having it process and render them, and then turning it into a complete 3D model?
Yeah, so probably scanning is about a 4 to 6 minute process. Turning it into something that's been sliced, another 4 to 10 minutes. And then, depending on how big you want to print it, if you wanted to print it, say, 16 inches tall, it would be about a 30-hour print.
Wow, 30 hours.
Yep, something that's more like 4 to 5 inches tall is more like a 7-hour print.
All right.
And something much bigger, then of course, yeah, you're
And then, of course, like post-processing, like file it, sanding it down, any paint or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. So all of that stuff just takes what it takes. It depends on the detail of the project. It can take anywhere from 20 to 40 hours. It just depends, yeah. So.
All right, and you mentioned you could use a Kinect, and it's a free software.
Yep.
So now what kind of hardware would people need then, at the minimum?
Yeah, well, minimums. Usually every scanner kind of tells you, and you probably want to go to the website that has this Kinect to tell you minimums. I know for me, I usually have an Intel-based Pentium, and so I've got the i7.
Oh, yeah.
It's a laptop because we go all around, and I like that because then I'm able to move the laptop if I need to around the person.
Huh.
And usually around a 7700 gigahertz, which is a really strong machine, is a good processor, but I'm pretty sure you could get away with something at about half the size. So
all right.
I always kind of err on the other side of caution. You spend that extra couple of $100, but at the end of the day, you're not frustrated by how long the scan takes. We actually had a little bit more of a gutless laptop that we were using at one time, and it couldn't process the pictures fast enough.
All right.
And it was kind of frustrating. It still did the job, but it was frustrating. So again, i7 7700, that's a really good one. Maybe 5,000 gigahertz would be fine.
Okay. All right. Now, is there anything that you've done, like can you modify it, or have you ever 3D modeled someone and then just put little extra touches on there?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure you got pictures of the fallen angel. It's a black piece over here. So that's my niece that I scanned in. I had her doing a certain pose, and then brought her into what the 3D modeling program I like to use is ZBrush. Brought her into ZBrush and added wings onto her, put a base underneath her, and then you use the same program to kind of slice it up into pieces so that it can be more easily printed.
It's very cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right, now is there anything that you've seen here as that you haven't been able to scan, but just like any cosplay, they're like, man, I wish I could get a model of that and print it out. Anything here that comes to mind?
See. We've had a lot of very cool people come through. Cosplayers are awesome at these conventions, of course. I don't know, I love the big techie, like robot people, you know. If I could get a nice, good-sized robot, that's really cool. Of course, you've got all the femme fatales, the beautiful ladies and things like that. They're fun to scan. Yeah, just anybody. Actually, you may notice when you're going around, any kind of a person I can scan, I'll scan them. So.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you. It was very good to meet you.
Excellent.